So how was your trip to New Hampshire last week?
It was fantastic. We had the biggest crowds. We had record crowds. We got applause from everybody. I mean, people want me to run. My only thing is a lot of people, nobody thinks I'm going to run. I don't even get it, but nobody thinks I'm going to run. But I'm looking at it very, very seriously.
When are you likely to make that decision, and what's weighing on it?
I would say sometime around June, and I think people are going to be very surprised at what the decision is.
I saw that you were questioned about Ted Cruz and whether he's eligible based on the fact he's born in Canada to an American mother.
Well, it's a layer of difficulty that he has that nobody else has. I mean, he's got that layer of difficulty. Many people are asking that
Do you think he's eligible?
I hope he is. I mean, I think it would be wonderful to let him be in the fight. I like him. He's a nice guy. I've met him a number of times. He's a nice guy, I hope. But it is a layer of difficulty because a lot of Democrats are bringing up that question.
Well, what's the difference? You led the, you were very vocal about President Obama. How is President Obama's birth any different than, than Senator Ted Cruz?
Well, Obama said he was born in Hawaii. I don't know if he was, but he said he was born in Hawaii. Cruz admits that he was born in Canada. That's a big difference.
Meaning what? Not in terms of...
Well, he wasn't born in this country. So now the lawyers will have to figure it out.
But both have American mothers.
It's all right. They're gonna, look, all of my life, all of your life, you've heard you had to be born in the country. Now they're saying different things. I hope he's fine. I hope it's going to be fine. But it's a level of difficulty that he has to go through that other people don't have. So it's a little bit of a problem for him, perhaps.
Would you even want the job?
I'd like to do it because I love the country. I love what I'm doing. I love doing this. I love doing Doral. I love doing I'm doing buildings all over the world.
So what's the drawback of the job?
The only drawback is it's going to be a lot of work and...
But you work all the time. You're working here.
I don't see the drawbacks. It's hard on a family. It's hard on life. I mean, to do it properly. But I'll tell you, the asset of it is I could straighten out this country. I could make it great again. I could make this country so prosperous, you wouldn't have to cut Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid. This country could be so prosperous if we had people that knew what they were doing. We have people that are grossly incompetent. You know, I have friends and enemies on Wall Street who are better than anybody in terms of... I know who they all are. I know the best ones. I would put one in charge of China. China has no chance. I would put one in charge of Japan. You see what Japan is doing now. Japan is cutting their currency way down, way down. The other day, a friend of mine, a big construction guy, he was very upset because he's ordering Komatsu tractors. And he always ordered Caterpillar. His whole life, he has a company, big guy. And he ordered Komatsu, made in Japan. He said,
why?
Price. He said, Donald, the pricing is unbelievable because they're cutting their currency. So now he's ordering tractors, and he doesn't want to, but the price is so different between a Komatsu and a Caterpillar because they're screwing around with their currencies, and we allow that to happen.
Would you self-fund if you run, or are you going to...
I'm going to self-fund. Yeah, I'll self-fund.
You'll self-fund if you run?
Can I tell you, that's the beauty of... That's the one thing that's such... I can do it myself. I've built a great company. I'm very liquid. I have very little debt. I have the greatest assets. I have among the greatest assets in the world. I mean, this is one of them. You're looking at it. But I have among the greatest assets in the world. So I can self-fund. That's an advantage. Now, the disadvantage, I haven't been a politician. I don't want to be a politician. And let me tell you, I deal with politicians all my life. I've always succeeded with politicians. Politicians are easy. If you can't beat a politician, there's something wrong. Now, as far as running for office, all they do is run for office. They give nothing up. They give nothing up whatsoever. I think the people are tired of politicians because, again, all talk, no action, nothing gets done. China, Mexico, Brazil, everybody beats this country. And, you know, I ask you a question. When was the last time you saw something good happen to our country? When did you see something good? We beat China in a big trade deal. We beat Mexico in a big trade deal. We did something great in Europe. Russia came to us and needed help. Never. It doesn't happen that way. Putin has no respect for Obama.
Why? Why?
He just doesn't respect him. You can't say why.
How could President Obama get respect from Putin?
Respect is sort of an inward thing. It happens. You don't know why. He just doesn't respect him. For whatever reason, he doesn't...
Do you respect President Obama?
I'd rather not answer that question. Let me tell you, I would love him to be a great president. I would love him. I would love not to be running, as an example. I'd be very happy doing what I'm doing. All over the world, I'm doing great things. I would be very happy continuing to do. I would love it if Obama were a great president. He's a Democrat. I'm a Republican. I'm a conservative. If he were a great president, I'd be the happiest guy in the world. But he's not, and he's not going to be.
And if Donald Trump does decide to run, what kind of first lady would be by his side? Here's Mrs. Trump, right here on the record. Who is this?
This is Melania, my wife. What a first lady. She would be the all-time first lady.
Do you think you would like to be first lady?
Well, it's too early to say.
He's a wild man, isn't he?
He's fantastic. What he does, it's unbelievable. His energy, his passion, and for this country and for everything what he does.
Is it safe to say Donald is never dull?
Yes, he's never dull.
All right, Donald, thank you very much.
Grady.
And Donald Trump also telling us the old post office hotel project will be completed in time for the 2017 presidential inaugural parade. And he took us on a tour of the site.
This will be the lobby, and about 25 years ago, a group blew out the floor, and they opened it up as a very inexpensive food court, and that's what it's been for many years. So what we've done now is we're bringing it back to the original grandeur, and all of this is filled up, and downstairs you're going to have spas, meeting rooms, ballrooms, unbelievable rooms. But this whole thing, that's all brand new steel. It was just put in. So we're covering the floor the way it was when it was built.
And the steel that's arc, that will stay?
Yes, the steel trusses were, and we're taking off all of the modern lighting and all of the things, but that was part of the original building, and all of that stays. And from that, we have great chandeliers from Austria and all over the world hanging from the trusses.
Are you working with historians? I mean, how do you know how to restore this? I mean,
We have historians, and the GSA has historians. We're working very closely together. Like, for instance, the doors going into all of the suites. They're all the original doors. The hallways are all original. It's going to be amazing. Now, the suites are going to be brand new, but all of the doors going in and all of that finish is original.
And you're going to get this done by June of 2016?
I'll have it done. Well, the date is really 2017, but I think we'll have it done by June.
Oh, I see.
We think we'll be ahead of schedule.
So that's why you can rent it for the inauguration.
That's right.
You'll be done in time.
We'll be done well before the inauguration.